I don't think there's ever been a situation in the NBA that's made me more frustrated than the Russell Westbrook one. And I know in the comment section below some Russell Westbrook stands are probably going to try to attack me and take this video down. And all I gotta say is, give me your best fucking shot. Because I think it's time we take a little bit more into a deeper dive and look into the Russell Westbrook situation in LA. Because there's a lot of stuff that people aren't talking about, there's stuff that people are kind of over exaggerating a little bit, and in all reality, we just gotta talk about what's next for Russell Westbrook. Remember when we all thought that Ben Simmons was the biggest liability in the NBA because he couldn't shoot the basketball? Well, I think it's time that we give Russell Westbrook that same title because he's now playing like a worse version of Ben Simmons. Because unlike Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook can't play defense and he can't even do the most simple shots in the world. Ben Simmons can't really shoot anything past a 10-foot jumper. However, he's gonna make those 8-foot and 3-foot jumpers. Well, aside from the dunk that he almost had on Trae Young. So I asked the question, what happens when you can't shoot and everyone knows it? Because as far as I'm concerned right now, Russell Westbrook is the biggest liability on the Lakers. Now, unlike Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook can sometimes shoot the basketball, but he's more of a rhythm guy. But with Frank Vogel taking him out the lineup so many times and with him not playing in close games, it's just the fact that his rhythm can never come. But every other basketball skill that doesn't revolve driving around the rim and forcing your teammates to shoot so you get assists and stealing rebounds from your centers, Russell Westbrook is just some athletic dude jumping around, and that's really about it. Think about it. Remember when he was winning MVP, averaging a triple-double, and you saw all those YouTube videos talking about how he forces his teammates to shoot three-pointers so he gets assists? Well, that shit really doesn't work in LA right now. As a matter of fact, when is the last time that you saw Russell Westbrook play a style of game and they actually won? And I'm not talking a regular season game or even a playoff game. I mean actually win a playoff series. Why do you think MVP Russell Westbrook couldn't win a series? Because his play style is not meant for winning basketball. I'm not saying Russell Westbrook can never be a part of a team that wins a championship, but if he does want to be a part of a team that does win a championship, including the Lakers, he needs to make some changes. As much as I dislike Frank Vogel as a coach, I gotta say that I actually agree with him on this one. In fact, his shooting percentage is the lowest it's been since 2018, which, wait, what was 2018? 2018 was the year that he averaged a triple-double for the second time in a row. Are we noticing this trend? As much as getting triple-doubles is cool and all, Russell Westbrook's game with triple-doubles does not match up, especially for the Lakers. I'm not saying Russell Westbrook is never allowed to have a triple-double again and that he's only allowed to shoot and pass the ball, but I'm sick of people seeing the box score and thinking, oh, Westbrook had 18 points, he's so good, when in reality he shot 4 of 18 and had like 5 turnovers, which is what happens when a casual fan looks at the box score instead of watching the damn game, let alone the highlights. Wait, you think I'm lying? I don't know what I'm talking about? On the screen right now, you can see Russell Westbrook's stats from the past couple years, and the main stat I want to focus on is his triple-double numbers. Look at every single season where the triple number total is in bold. Do you notice that in every single season where the numbers are bold in the past 5 years, that team never won? Look at Washington, they didn't even make the playoffs. What's even crazier to me is this season he has 9 triple-doubles, which is obviously a low, and we're about 55 games in. So not only are you not winning, but you can't get triple-doubles either. I know this should flaw my argument because he's not having that many triple-doubles this season, but we need to look at the fact that everyone's saying, oh, when he gets triple-doubles he wins, but he can't even fucking win right because he's not even in the endgame rotation anymore. But okay, he's lacking triple-doubles. Well, can he shoot the ball at least? Well, no, and he's never been able to shoot the ball. Okay, but what about points inside the paint? Here's a shooting chart of all Russell Westbrook's shots that he's attempted this season. As you can notice, most of the shots that he's taking are inside the paint. However, how efficiently is he doing that? Well, his best percentage of shots, which are about 0 to 3 feet from the basket, are about 60%. Anything from past 3 feet, he's not even shooting under 40%. Mind you, he's shooting under 8% of the league average, and yet he chooses to shoot the ball a lot, even though he's not even the primary nor secondary scorer. He's not even the third, that goes to Malik Monk. But the way this man is shooting the ball, you would think that he's the first option of the Lakers. And to top it all off, he can't even prove himself in the fourth quarter because Frank Vogel continues to take him out. It's gotten to the point where defenses aren't even guarding him at the perimeter anymore, they're just playing off. I want to remind you guys, this is the same treatment that Ben Simmons gets. However, Ben Simmons wasn't hyped up to be a part of this really big three that was supposed to take over LA and beat the Warriors and the Nets and all these other teams. Oh, and if you can't tell, the NBA media is eating this shit up. I mean, it's not like we can talk about Russell Westbrook because anytime anyone tries to say anything that isn't positive or deriding the man, they get censored. Take Legend of Winning. He's a pretty popular NBA YouTuber around the community, and I'd like to argue that he's pretty knowledgeable in basketball. But this This man is a Lakers fan, and just like any Lakers fan, he wants to see the best for the team, including Russell Westbrook. So he starts a Twitter space after a game and he starts talking about how Russell Westbrook's not doing good, going on a rant and saying some pretty true things. The space did end up getting taken down, and I'm gonna try to find a link on YouTube or something. If I do find it, I'll put it in the link in the description below. But it got taken down because Russell Westbrook fans were mass reporting it. It goes to show that Russell Westbrook fans are pretty toxic. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna warn y'all, this video might get taken down because, like I said, Russell Westbrook stands are fucking toxic. In fact, there's gonna be a bunch of hate comments because I said, oh, Russell Westbrook's playing bad, which is just sad that we can't talk basketball anymore with someone trying to get censored. It also sucks when someone tries to talk basketball and their opinion is invalidated because they didn't play high school basketball or their color of their skin. That's a whole other discussion for another time. So I think it's time we ask the question, what can the Lakers do? Well, they're kind of out of options right now other than just to trade Westbrook or just let him sit on the bench. He's a liability on the offensive side, and he's also a liability on the defensive side. He's a lazy defender that falls asleep on defense, and he's someone that can't shoot the basketball and is basically just out there running. It's not like he's gonna make layups for you because he can't even do that right. But at this point, what is his trade value? Has it decreased? Has it gone up? I can tell you for sure that his trade value definitely has not gone up whatsoever. Another big problem that I still don't understand is why they even took on his big ass contract. I think he's getting paid like $44 million to do nothing. I also love how Russell Westbrook said that, you know, I'm not gonna average 25, 15, and 15, and those are ridiculous accomplishments that you guys expect me to do. No one's asking you to have 25, 15, and 15. We just want you to at least at the bare minimum play like a normal starter. As someone that was not a fan of this trade when it happened because I knew this was going to end bad for the Lakers, I want to laugh in every Lakers fan's face right now because this trade was never going to work unless Russell Westbrook was going to change his play style. You can't even just have him sit in the corner because defensives can switch off and just not guard him anymore, which means they can either put more pressure on LeBron or other guys in the paint. It sucks because I want to see Westbrook do well. And contrary to popular belief, as much as I'm going in on Westbrook right now, I don't hate him. In fact, he's actually been one of my favorite players. But I hate when people cannot take accountability for their actions and they blame every single person except themselves. I also hate when every single person in the NBA community called me a dumbass because I said this wasn't a super team and that the trade wouldn't work. The Lakers aren't even in the play-in and Westbrook is playing like a G League player. Except I'm pretty sure that player can actually shoot farther than 3 feet. I think this also proves the fact that LA is one of the most toxic teams that you can join. I mean, look at Anthony Davis. He never got any flame from the Lakers before joining, and nor did Westbrook. Maybe the media hated on them here and there, but for the most part, they weren't getting eviscerated on Twitter every single day. People weren't going out of their way to try to get people canceled and censored just because they talked about their daddy Westbrook. It's honestly sad to see that when a player joins the Lakers, their whole career could honestly get worse. At this point, I wonder if it sets up the fact that maybe future free agents won't want to go to the Lakers because they know what's gonna happen. The fans are gonna love you, but most importantly, when you're not winning, they're gonna fucking hate you. The idea of the big 360 of Westbrook, Bron, and AD looked so pretty on paper, but unfortunately, reality just isn't that pretty. This isn't 2K. You can't fit 3 players that don't play well together and expect them to do well. So that's what happens when you can't shoot and everyone knows it.